Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. Today I am playing an interesting variant on Mono White Death and Taxes. I'm calling it Death and Tithes because of the addition of Mana Tithe. Honestly, one of my favorite cards. Getting someone with Mana Tithe feels so good. They just never expect it. It's always great. And in a deck that has Thalia and Leanan Arbiter that's already trying to tax your opponent's mana, it's a one-mana counterspell much of the time. So even into the middle parts of the game. So I'm excited to see it in action. Unfortunately, our hand does not have any white mana or an Aether Vial, so I'm going to send it back. And not a great 6-card hand with 4 lands, but Thalia Path is fine. We can scry towards more gas, so keep this on 6. I'm going to top this because I can probably Mana Tithe their 2-drop and not fall too far behind. At least that's what I'm hoping. Adding more non-creature spells is a little awkward with Thalia, but it costs 1 mana, so no biggie. What do you got, opponent? DJ Jazzy Jeff. What a choice for a screen name. In addition to the Mana Tithe, this version of the deck has a lot of sort of kooky 1-ofs. Not really sure how those are going to play out, but we'll give our deck some spice. Oh no, not Cavern of Souls. Into Vial. Well, this Mana Tithe looks really bad, as does this Thalia. That was about the worst case scenario. And maybe they'll have 3 1-drops. I don't know. Okay, Dark Confidant. Gonna have to path that one. Don't want them drawing any extra cards. And I guess at least I have a Jonjo Castle to go with this Thalia. Oof. Land was not a good draw either. What can I draw that would be good? I need big creatures to really contend in combat. I also need my opponent to flood a lot. But with that Canopy, probably not going to happen. Yeah, not surprised this is a freebooter. That'll take the Mana Tithe. But they now know my hand is poop soup. And will play very aggressively as a result. At least that's what I would do. Good news is they can't cast Mantis Rider here. This Plains Canopy is a Nombo. That would be the most aggressive line. Is this Reflector Mage? Okay. Ooh. This is another one of the cool additions to this deck, Apocryphite. It's good with Vial. You Vial it in, it's immediately a 4/4. Here, it'll do some blocking. And hopefully I'll have enough time to get it back. Yes. Yeah, here's the Mantis Rider. We're going to get beat up in the air real good here. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, jump block this. Take 6. Need to find some good cards real fast. Down to 2. Banisher Priest is a nice one. Definitely going to cast it, and I guess we're going to hit this Mantis Rider. But we need to find some good blockers here. I'm going to take at least 6 more on this turn, because I definitely don't want to block with Banisher Priest. But now we might be able to find some creatures to get something going. They know my hand, so they're just going to name Thalia here, I would assume. No, Thalia's is not even good. I'd probably just name Path things. Oh yeah, this is the best card I can draw. Ooh, didn't attack a lieutenant. That's actually really good. Like that trade is fine for them. I'm happy to only take 5 here. And that's not bad. Actually, it's really good because now I have 2 big first strikers, so they can team up to deal with a big creature. Also stops any further Mantis Riders from being too annoying. Problem is, there's only so much chump attacking I can do, or so much double blocking I can do when they have many other creatures. I'm taking 2 in the air every turn. I'm already at 9. They just attack with everything, and I double block the Reflector Mage to deal with it. There, I'm going to take 6 and be at 3. That is a tough spot to be in. Okay, wow, their hand must be really bad. Now my Apocryphite will come in. Cast. It'll be a 4/4, and I can start attacking. Ooh. Huh. What do I want to do with that? Trying to think how I can best set up a -3, and unfortunately no creature I have is big enough where 3 attacks kills them. I'm going to attack this turn and then double striking the next turn. But if they sit here and start attacking Kitesail Freebooter at a Johnny instead of me, then I'm just actually gaining traction finally. So I think I'm just going to put counters on this Apocryphite so I can start turning the corner. I need to pay 1 more, yeah. Thalia is a thing. So I could also put a counter on Thalia, so Thalia checks the Reflector Mage by itself. 3-mana Thalia. I could also put a counter on Banisher Priest, so it can now get into combat against something like this Meddling Mage. Yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to get that aggressive with this Apocryphite. I think I want. Yeah, I've rethought it. I think I'm going to start on this Thalia. So my opponent draws Reflector Mage. They're definitely Reflector Maging Banisher Priest. And so I don't want to put it on the Banisher Priest first. Let's put it on the Thalia. This way this Thalia checks Reflector Mage. This Thalia checks Meddling Mage. And I get to do some attacking. I cannot imagine my opponent has any creatures in their hand. So they could have cast or vialed in any creature in their deck. So they must be holding lands and other vials. Probably would have cast a vial. I think they just have 2 lands in their hand. Which is one of the things I said needed to happen for them to flood. Black mana, is this another freebooter? Yep. This is pretty good just to get another flyer onto the battlefield and pump this lieutenant. Let's see how they attack here. Just the freebooter, and where is it going? It's going at me. Okay. Not the best of draws there, but at least it blocks. So if I only leave back 3 blockers, I'm dead to a Reflector Mage, but I'm dead in 2 turns regardless, so I have to try to kill them in the next 2 turns, and that means attacking. The question is just whether or not I -3 this turn with the Ajani or plus again, and I think I'm going to plus because even if they send both flyers at a Johnny, it'll still be 3 next turn, so I might as well try to get the extra damage in. So let's plus on this Thalia, Heretic, Cathar. And mash them for 9, and then play my Apocryphite. And then they might be forced to leave back a freebooter so that a Johnny doesn't kill them on the next turn. And if they do that, then I get another turn, and they're just trying to buy time to find a Reflector Mage, or maybe they draw another flyer for next turn. But I definitely need to get aggressive. So send with both. They are taking it. An aggressive play there. Play my blocker. Okay. The moment of truth, if you will. Most creatures they have now are pretty bad because of the Thalia Heretic Cathar. It's really just Reflector Mage. They have a Kessig Malcontent, so that would be really good. Oh, Phantasmal Image, yep. That does count as a Reflector Mage. Well, I don't think I was beating that one at all. If I tried to slow play this, like if I leave the Apocryphite back, they're at 9. I guess they have to leave back a flyer, but they can do that pretty easily because like they're just getting the Mantis Rider back. Like they could probably just pass. Yeah, so I can't draw a removal spell or just attack with the Kite Self Rebooter. But as is, I'm dead. Had a very weak hand for the matchup and made a game of it with a couple good draws, but not good enough. And I'm dead. Okay, sideboarding. Let's get this Ratchet Bomb in. Settle the Wreckage and Worship both seem really good. His Celestial Purge is good. They have Mantis Rider and Kite Self Freebooter and Dark Confidant that hits. I think that's enough. Is the Disenchant good? Not sold on the Disenchant. We'll see what I want to bring out. Mana Tithe is not good, unfortunately. Dryad Militant does not seem very good. I think I generally want to cut creatures that are weak in combat. I already have enough 1-drops for sure. Kythian will at least maybe transform, regain indestructible later in the game. Isamaru's second point of toughness is relevant, and I might Ajonjo it or something like that. So if I cut those 7 cards, then I have room for something else. I think I just want the Blessed Alliance. Life gain, maybe dealing with a flyer. Oh, I'm a 61 card deck, aren't I? Do I want the Disenchant? Just does not seem very good to just kill an Aether Vial, maybe. Okay, we're going to leave in 1 Mana Tithe just to maybe get him. So I just can't bring myself to cut it completely. And I would like to play first. Not a great hand. It's probably still a keep. Problem is like I can't get this core Skyfisher down effectively. If I'm able to land some of these Planeswalkers while I'm not too far behind, the sand could be very good. I would mull this on the draw, for sure. And they've also probably boarded out their Thalias. So I'm not too worried about that. I could have boarded out mine. They're pretty bad in this matchup, but I think First Strike is actually pretty relevant. Just good, better in combat than Dryad Militant. But, I have some non-creatures in my deck, so... Hmm. Do I hold up Blessed Alliance for a potential Mantis Rider, or do I just play the Arbiter? I think I just play the Arbiter. Because if my opponent does other things with their mana, then I fall pretty far behind. It's really only Mantis Rider that punishes me. Okay, and they don't have Mantis Rider. Still a pretty good draw from them. Get a lot of creatures on the battlefield. It'll make it hard for these Planeswalkers to do a whole lot. See what they take here with this freebooter. What do you want? They take the Blessed Alliance. That's fine. Of course, Skyfisher checks freebooter even with Noble Hierarch. Okay, so I'm just going to play the Isamaru and bounce that since it's cheaper than the Arbiter. And return this one. I'm going to attack with the Arbiter because I don't foresee myself double blocking Champion. I can just play 2 humans and attack with it as a 5/5. So let's get my 2 in. Hopefully I hit a land next turn so I get to cast the Planeswalkers. Either of them will check Champion of the Parish. Second Champion is pretty good. Oh, but no. Yeah, that's not a great attack. Well, I guess I could have double blocked. Yes, yes, there's a land. Okay. I think I'm going to start on the one that starts on more loyalty. And at this point, I'm just going to pass. I don't need to get aggressive. I'm going to try to take over this game with these Planeswalkers. This is a Dismember. Oh, geez. Staticaster, no. Surprised they wouldn't just cast that on their turn. I guess that would have blown up my double block. I guess, yeah, when they know I have Elspeth. Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Oh, jeez. We are getting wrecked. Okay, yeah, Skyfisher down. Now they get to attack with everything. None of my blocks are good. I don't think I have a Wrath of God in my deck, and that is what I need at this point. Oh, and Dismember, sure. Yeah, let's deal with all 3 of my blockers. That is, that's pretty good. I don't even think they attack it. I guess they are attacking Elspeth in case I have a removal spell. I guess they're ahead. They can afford to play it safe. And now these Ghost Quarters are messing with me. I can't double spell. I guess I can double... No, because I can't play the Skyfisher. So I literally can't double spell this turn. I guess Sarah Avenger can potentially block this and checks Reflector Mage, so it's my best bet. I think it's better than playing the Gideon. And this fell a little bit too far behind to a Noble Hierarch draw. Noble into double spell is a tough one to keep up with. And now they should probably pop one of these canopies using the Noble Hierarch. Let's block there. Oh, this can't even block. Yeah, the Staticaster checks it. This is just not good. I am very dead. Well, this is a matchup where our creatures get like really outclassed, and the Mana Denial plan with and Mana Tithe are not very good disruptive elements because of Aether Vial and their low curve. So just not a matchup you want to see. We need to have a lot more removal. I think I drew one path in 2 games. Need to get a little lucky in that matchup and get our bigger creatures and our removal spells. And instead of like drew an Arbiter, I had multiple Ghost Quarters, but I was behind, so there's no point in strip mining. I had these 4 drops in my hand I needed to get into play, and when I played the Elspeth, I thought I had a shot there, but Staticaster into Reflector Mage plus Dismember just completely buried me when I was a little behind, and I needed the Planeswalkers to help catch me back up, and that they just had the goods. So unfortunate there. I do still like the idea of Mana Tithe in this deck. This is just not a matchup for it, and I'm just not sold on a lot of like the other things that this list is doing. Kind of feel there's a lot of legends in the deck, like 1 mana legends. Felt like maybe they were trying to be a Mox Amber version of the deck, which is something I tried out and was somewhat impressed by when Mox Amber was printed. Maybe they ended up cutting Mox Amber, but not really changing the deck back around. Sometimes players can fall into that trap, but you know, the like Isamarus and Core Skyfishers, those weird cards just didn't really do a whole lot. We're a little bit underpowered, and we got soundly thrashed by Champion of the Parish and company. But either way, hope you enjoyed watching, and you can come back and see me on Wednesday. Bye.